actually seen an apple fall? I mean, actual fall?
I don't know. I must have, wasn't I?
I've never seen it. I once sat out here. I was 10 and I just heard about the Newton and the theory of gravity. I wanted to see that actual moment, experience that, say, half second it takes an apple to fall 4 metres to the ground. I sat out here for about 8 hours. And then my mother made me come into my tea. I wasn't even hungry. I nearly choked my food down. I came back out after not even half an hour and there were 4 of them on the ground.
Oh, Newton just got lucky.
Newton didn't have my mother.
I'm sure she didn't mean it. Oh no, it was clearly my fault. Laura, you don't know this, Mercy, because you've never been blessed with children. But ultimately, everything that goes wrong in your child's life can be laid squarely at your feet. It's all what they call the chaos theory, isn't it, Felix? I sneezed in public in 1968, and as a result, my son found it difficult to connect in social situations for the rest of his life. He's just shy. I picked a sweet wrapper-up that he dropped when he was 3, and consequently he's a total failure with women. He went out with Rosie Pye.
That's not chaos theory, Mother.
Oh, well, pardon me for failing in my use of scientific terminology. I didn't have the benefit of your very expensive education. Would you mind leaving us, Mercy? I'd like to speak to my son alone. Of course.
End of commission, report back to duty later.
Felix.
You have her very well trained, Mother. She's like a very earnest Springer Spaniel. She flushes the wildfowl off the water so that you can take a pop at her.
Well, she has precious little else to keep her occupied.
I hope she gets rewarded.
Of course. She gets to bask in my reflected glory. You know, Felix, paranoia is very unattractive in a man.
What do you expect from my education? I've been taught to apply the uncertainty principle to every problem.
Do you realise how utterly bored I am by all this science? I have been doubly unlucky to marry a biologist and give birth to a physicist. Who on earth said God didn't play dice?
Do you want me to go?
If I'd been Marie Curie, I could have made creme brulee with my Bunsen burner.
Go on, just tell me to go.
I found 3 more grey hairs this morning. And they weren't there a week ago.
What do you want me to do about that?
Oh, I want you to. Oh, this is your home. You're always welcome. But I can't stand to see you lolling about out here.
Lolling, is that what I've been doing?
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Never speak to me.
You never listen.
Oh, stop it, Felix. I can't bear it. Your father would have hated this. Do you remember when we first took you to prep school? I didn't want to leave you there, you seemed so small. But your father said I had to be strong. And I stood and waved as you walked up the long driveway. And James was telling me we ought to go, but I didn't stop waving. And you grew smaller and smaller and further away until you were nothing but a black dot. But I kept on waving. Even when you stopped being a black dot, I kept on waving. This is for you.
But it's not my birthday.
No, well, it's not a birthday present.
I don't need a present.
Well, you don't need to need it. That's the appeal of gifts.
What is it?
Oh, why are you always so analytical? Really, you were like this when you were a child. Why don't you open it? It's a copy of an ancient honey pot, Etruscan or Egyptian or something. It's not really to my taste, but your father bought it for me. I thought you'd like it.
Oh, thank you.
Careful, they're filled quite full.
Oh, Jesus. Is this what I think it is?
Yes, well, I didn't like the other receptacle they sent them in.
You mean the urn?
Yes, it was a rather vulgar, ugly, tinny thing. I thought a honey pot would be much more appropriate.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
I just spilt some. It was supposed to be his nose or something.
Oh, I lost more transferring it to the new pot. I had to use a funnel.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, well, I rinsed the funnel out. It got stuck to the side, so I rinsed them out.
I don't believe this.
Well, I got rid of the funnel. I threw the funnel away.
I think you're psychotic.
Oh, well, I can't do anything right.
You just handed me my father in a pot.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic.
You wrapped him up, for Christ's sake.
Well, I thought it would make it more precious, more formal.
You wrapped him up in happy birthday paper.
Well, it's all I had to hand. And I thought this would help. I thought that you could say the words that you were going to say. I thought that this was what was making you so miserable.
Hi, I've just
I
thought
thought
an audience
we could
member
have a
came
little
up from
ceremony,
through the stage
and
and
then we could scatter him.
What's left of him? You tipped half of him down the sink.
Well, of course, there's no guarantee that that is true. I mean, these crematorium places are very often slipshod in their arrangements. And let's face it, one man's ashes is another man's ashes.
What are you saying?
I'm saying your father is dead, Felix. I'm trying to help you come to terms with that fact.
she's just walked through the back door.
I'm sorry, Mother, I just don't have your facility for letting go.
Well, I said my goodbyes at the funeral like any sane person would.
You spent 40 years of your life with him.
Oh, you are a selfish, selfish boy. I know what this is all about. I know why you couldn't speak about your father. Because you think you are better than him. What on earth could you have said? He was only a teacher, head of biology. Oh, and at a girls' school of all places. Only dabbled in bees. What did he ever achieve compared to you?
Mother.
And so you look down on me and him and this place. Oh, it's all too middling for you with your grand ideas and your big life.
That's not true.
Well, you don't have to say anything. I know what you think. You can just scatter the ashes and be on your way.
I'm not ready to scatter him.
Oh, well, give them to me and I'll do it.
No, stop
Give
it,
them
Mother.
to me.
Let go.
Oh,
Let
all
him
right,
be.
all right. Oh, this is all so undignified and mind my nose, I've just paid hundreds of pounds for it. Oh, God.
What are you doing?
I'm going out now and I'm leaving you to your own devices.
Is it George Pye?
He's been a very good friend to me since your father died.
Don't
He's
go.
right to come near here for fear of encountering you.
Stay here with me.
He's taking me out of myself.
Please, Mom, don't.
Oh, at least I'm making an effort.
No, I need to talk to you.
Oh, what is it, Felix? Why ever not?
I don't like him.
No, well, I'm sure the feeling's mutual after what you did to his daughter.
What? I didn't do
Oh,
anything.
Felix, must you always have the last word? Don't you realise that that belongs to me? My prerogative. Now, I'm going to have a little luncheon party towards the end of the summer, and only a small group of people. I hope you'll be able to come. But if you are going to be in one of your moods, I would rather you didn't. Oh, you should be wearing a hat in this sun.
James Humble was a
suggestion, but perhaps you should go for fewer bees.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Do you want a bite?
Rosie! Rosie! Rosie!
Well, that's a start.
I'm sorry, I meant to, I wanted to, I was going to come and, I meant to come and see you. I started to write. I wanted to phone.
What about email? Did you consider that?
I'm sorry.
Can you put that pot down, please? Just for a minute. There. I've been saving that up for a long time. Yes. We can be friends again now. Now tell me what's wrong.
Rosie.
Oh, not in that tone of voice, Felix, please.
But I want to explain.
It's all right. I fell in love with you. You weren't as in love with me. You tried to be and you failed. You ran away because you weren't emotionally evolved enough to talk to me about it. You threw yourself into work. I didn't wash my hair for 5 months. Blah, blah, blah. You failed to write. I got angry. I got over it. In a nutshell.
Right.
I tried therapy, but it was shit. Taekwondo was much better. A short course in the ancient Korean art of hand and foot fighting. It worked wonders. I wasn't very precise in my movements, but apparently my battle cries were very convincing. Now take that hat off and let me look at you. That's good.
What?
I'm not in love with you anymore. I thought I wasn't, but I couldn't be sure until I saw you again.
It's been a long time.
7 years, 5 months and 14 days.
Oh, God.
I'm joking. I've no idea exactly how long it's been. It's about 7 years. My father told me you were around again, and I got an itch.
I got fat.
Hmm.
I don't look good.
Hmm.
I haven't been on top of things.
Since your dad died.
Before, got worse things.
What's with the stutter?
It's funny, I used to have it. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's fine. But I used to have it when I was little. It came back recently. I had to present a paper on the black holes. I was supposed to do a follow-up on the big
Bang.
Thank you. I didn't get that far. My father died and I left. I've been home ever since.
You're going to go back?
I don't think I can go back.
That's great, that is.
I just keep getting this ringing.
You've given up? You left me to become this great white hope of theoretical physics, and now you're jacking it in? It was really much better for my self-esteem when I thought I was being chucked in pursuit of a Nobel Prize.
But it percolated my brain, Rosie.
Oh, you're just upset about your dad.
We weren't close.
Of course you were.
No, for me it was always my mother. It was always about her. She burned more brightly than him, eclipsed him.
Mothers have a tendency to do that.
But it's like she was the big force warping everything around her. And my father was this little force just gently fizzing away at a microscopic level. I just can't seem to understand the extreme circumstances that brought them together. I mean, I know the geography of it. It was outside the exam halls of the School of Biology, London University. My father just finished his final paper and was walking out when my mother was passing. She paused to light a cigarette. She was on her way to sign up with a model agency. He walked up to her and he said, "Have you dropped from the sky?" She never got to the model agency.
That doesn't sound so extreme.
But it's not the physics of it. It's not what attracted them, what's kept them together.
Well, maybe you were what kept them together.
Just too many questions. And now all I've got is this bloody pot.
What?
He's in here.
Oh.
Do you want to look?
Oh, does it smell?
No, of course not.
Oh, just quickly then.
Don't sniff in.
Oh, we buried Mum, I prefer that.
I find that strangely attached.
It's got bits in it.
No, it hasn't.
When my mum died, I could have fallen apart, I really could. But I didn't allow myself to dwell on the fact of her death. Oh, I know it sounds simplistic, but it does get easier, Felix. Time doesn't heal, but it accommodates.
I'll look forward to that then.
I'm trying to help you.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'll get a little book. Happy Bereavements, How to Bereave in 12 Easy Steps. I'll be over it in no time.
Fine, you do that. Good luck.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rosie. Please. I didn't mean to. I can't remember a time of feeling close, feeling like he was my father. And there's only one good memory I can think of, which was watching your father Boom landing with him.
Yes.
I was in my astronaut phase. I know, I was only 7. But it's still so clear. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, the latest I've ever stayed up in my whole life. I could barely keep my eyes open. And then it's the countdown. And he reaches out and takes hold of my hand. And it's like a charge passes from him to me. It's like he super adrenalates me. And suddenly I'm wide awake. I could just sense this is something huge. We don't speak. But I look at him, and he's crying. I'm 7 years old, and I can't believe it. I can't believe my father is crying. What's she doing?
Put him down. You need to get out of your head, Felix.
I don't understand. I don't think we should be doing this.
It's all right, I'm a nurse.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I trained after you left.
Did you?
Yes. The world didn't stop turning, Felix.
No, of course
I'm
not.
training to be a midwife now. You get more glory. When's the last time you had sex, Felix?
Are you asking in a professional capacity?
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
No,
Take off your top.
I'm not doing it.
Yes, you are. Take off your top.
Get off!
Take off your top. You'll really enjoy it.
I really, really
Oh,
won't.
you will. Just like things a big bang.
No, stop it! Rosie, you're scaring me!
I just wanted. I just thought it would take you out of yourself in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rosie. You're beautiful and brilliant and better than me.
At least it shocked you out of your stutter.
I'm sorry.
You were going to name a star after me. You were going to find a bright new star and call it Rosie's star.
But I only deal with stars after they've collapsed.
Well, then you could have named a black hole after me. I'm not fussy.
Rosie's hole.
Some people would find that curiously appropriate.
I would be absolutely. You're just always absolutely yourself. That's what I used to love about you.
I should bloody well hope so.
I remember when you used to fall asleep with your arms flung above your head. I think about that a lot.
Felix, he liked me when I was asleep because I was quiet. Daddy Humble, if you could just look away for a minute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, Felix, take me to the long grass.
On the grass.
The long grass. Oh, my big brave astronaut. It's okay, I'll super-ventilate you. Oh,
Don't you know it's fully functional down there?
I've forgotten what you tasted like.
Well, you may not be able to find it. You might need the whole telescope or something.
Oh, it tastes like juice. Apricots, yes. Oh, ripe apricots.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I,
What's that?
think Kalamazoo. I don't want to boast, but I know she's a toast of Kalamazoo. Hey, anybody in there? Or have you all buzzed off? We got the better of you, didn't we, you little bastards? Buzz, buzz, buzz. I'm alright, I just need a little lie down, that's all.
Be quiet,
Oh.
George. You wake up my 35-year-old.
Oh, Bunny, the sky is falling on me, Bunny. I need your urgent assistance.
No, shushy. Shushy. I'm going to make some coffee, Georgie.
No coffee, I'm allergic. I need your urgent lying down here assistance.
I'm not lying down anywhere
Oh, why on earth not?
because I never lie down.
Why?
Because I get wet.
No, you won't, Bunny. It's
And I
dry.
never get wet.
It's dry here. It's as dry as toast.
Shh. Quiet, George.
Shush. Georgie's very shushy now.
Come and get your coffee, George.
Oh, don't go, Bun. No. Oh, look at that magnificent arse. Oh, it's bloody dry out here. We're in the middle of a heat wave, you know. It's a bloody drought, and I'm dying of thirst. It's like a bloody desert out here, isn't it? It needs irrigation. This is a dry one here. Hey, Bunny, you want to have a word with the fella who does your garden, the sod? He's left this patchy. It's very patchy out here. Yeah. A good job I'm so full of piss. Who's put a bloody pot behind there? Yeah. It's the bloody piss pots. Excuse me.
I've got a minute from my house.
Oh, hey, much obliged. Hey, Bunny, you want to see the job I've done out here for you? Hey, it's bloody lush now.
I hope he's not going to drive.
We've got to stop this.
He says he drives better when he's rat-assed. He says it doesn't matter if you live in the country.
No, my mother and him.
What?
Well, she's confused, doesn't know what she's doing. She's bereaved.
Are you serious?
I know he's your father, but he's taking advantage of her.
You really don't know?
What?
It's been going on for years. Everyone knows about it.
What?
They've been having an affair for years.
But
5 to
this is
6 at
terrible.
least. Oh, look, I thought you knew. I'm sorry.
This is...
This is not about you or me, Felix. They're old enough to know their own minds. Look, I've got to go. I've got to get back.
Rosie, please, no, we've got to talk about this.
I've got to get back for the babysitter.
Your baby, you haven't said anything about your baby.
Oh, I don't remember the conversation ever being steered in the direction of my life.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. How is your baby?
Well, she's not a baby anymore, thanks for asking.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Not forgot, it slipped my mind. Just, I can't imagine you with a child.
Thank you.
I didn't mean, I don't know what I meant. I was going to, I should have written to congratulate you, but I was so involved in my work, and I didn't know if it was appropriate.
No,
How old is she?
she's nearly 7, and her name's Felicity. And yes, she's just like her father.
What, you saying that...
As someone who's supposed to have a brain, you really are so on the uptake, Felix.
But, Rosie, I can't be...
Look, Felix, I've got to go. Sorry.
Rosie, please.
Do your trousers up, Felix.
I can't be. I'm not bad. I don't even have a...
Yeah, very low on the holiday.
Oh, hello.
for the slugs. Bingo.
Front of house with broken for the heart, thank you. No, this shouldn't. Who told you there should be a blackout for the torch? No, there is never been a blackout for the torch. It's down to you. If it was blackout, they wouldn't see it when I put the torch. Yes, he did.
It wasn't black last night.
He had it exactly, he had it every single night. The only thing that was missed, is Felix missed his last one, which was baked out.